We are with the amazing Jason O'Connell, who plays the lead Harold in Happy Birthday, Wanda June.
Thank you.
Jason, you play a multiple amount of roles in your career. What made you choose Harold, and how did you go about finding your character?
That's a great question. I did not know Wheelhouse Theater Company prior to being asked to do this show. And there's dessert, and there's cake. And anyway, they had seen me in a production of Pride and Prejudice, Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice, and asked me to play Harold based on my performance as Mr. Darcy in that. And so, as an actor, when people see you in one thing that is so diametrically opposed to the project they ask you to be a part of or the role they ask you to play, that's always very impressive to me. It's rare that people see an actor in one thing and don't immediately think, oh, I can use them in that exact same you again. To be able to think of me as something different, that's what every actor wants, is to be thought of as kind of a chameleon. So to play a buttoned-up, repressed character like Mr. Darcy, and then flash forward to the 1970s and play this virile, masculine, funny, irreverent warrior, it couldn't be anything better. So I read the script, and I thought it was brilliant. I had read a lot of Vonnegut in high school and college, but it had been years, and I had never read this play. And I was just immediately drawn to the character. I thought that he was larger than life, but also really complicated and sympathetic as a portrait of kind of a man out of time, somebody who's coming back to his home and family after being gone during a period of great civil change and unrest in the United States, like where really the culture was shifting. And it's not even like it shifted under his feet, it shifted while he was gone, lost in the jungle. And so I really think, you can't avoid the fact that it speaks to a conversation that's being had right now, today. If we weren't in the place we were today, perhaps politically and culturally, this play might not be revived. There might not feel like there's a reason for it, but there's a real conversation to be had, I think, in Vonnegut's writing and in the portrayal of this man, Harold Ryan, and what he kind of struggles with coming home to find his place in the world when he thought the world was one thing, and then again feels like it's all slipping away or changing, and he doesn't know how to live up to those expectations and doesn't know if he wants to. So as to how I pursued it, I just tried to, as Jeff says about Wheelhouse, they try to have like a real sense of play and exploration. So I kind of felt that everything was on the table with the character, that he didn't have to be any one thing in any given scene. Not just that he had layers as a human being, but that he could access different personas as need be. And so they talk about him as this wonderful, incredible warrior and hunter. He's got animal heads all over the walls. And I always thought, well, a great hunter has to shift and morph to meet his prey, whatever the prey is, whatever.
He also has a strong relationship to his prey.
Yeah, I mean, well, in the play, I imbue Harold with a lot of animalistic tendencies. Like, he can be ape-like in one moment, he can stalk the stage like a lion at others. I think there's a line that his wife Penelope has late in the play where she says, "You look at the killing of these animals was honoring them. You have honored them with death. You have communed with them in some way." So I think he does. I think he finds there's something so pure about animals, especially some of these beasts that he's brought home with him, right? It's not just foxes and rabbits. It's like, it's lions. It's these incredible creatures who are perfect machines. I think there's a respect and an admiration for that kind of a challenge. Yeah. I think he loves somehow. I think he loves the animals as much as he loves the people in his world. That's a whole conversation.
I think
too.
he has more respect for the animals, actually.
I think he does. I think the purity of the animal instinct and the animals, you go through centuries, and animals don't change what they are. There's no, the culture doesn't shift with animals, and I think he thinks like a man is a man, and he takes and he consumes, and this is what he brings to the world, and he's powerful, and I think he sees himself in the animals and the animals in him.
This is coming to the Duke at 42nd Street when?
Previews begin October 18th. We open on the 23rd, and as of right now, we run until November 29th.